Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to react to another episode of Stranger Things. This is season 4, episode 4. It is called Dear Billy. Now, what happened last time on Stranger Things? Last time, 11 got arrested for assaulting Angela at the skate park, the Rinkomania. But then she was kind of rescued by the scientist that helped them relocate previously, and he told her, he's like, yo, we can get your powers back if you come with me. Like, you could be the savior of the planet. Like, you just have to make that choice to be the good guy or the bad guy. Like, right? Like, she's worrying about whether or not she's a good person, and he's like, hey, let's find out. Like, let's make that choice together and let's get your powers back. Meanwhile, there's a little drama between her and Mike. I think Mike is still in love with her. He's just much more of an action-oriented individual than a words-oriented individual. And so I hope they'll get back together. We also had some back and forth with Lucas of whether or not he was going to side with the gang or his new basketball friends. And Lucas, I'm sorry I doubted you, brother. Like, I was fully, like, disappointed in you at certain points in the last episode. But you came in clutch and you diverted the basketball boys away from where you knew Eddie actually was. So I don't know why I'm talking like directly to him, but I doubted Lucas too much last time and I shouldn't have. But then the big thing I feel like we learned last episode was that Max is the next target of Vecna. Through their investigative journalism, they kind of deduced that all the previous victims, both previous victims, were dealing with the same symptoms of headaches, nightmares, things like that. They all went through trauma. They were seeing the counselor for various things, and so we figured out that Max is the next victim. And I presume that this episode is going to feature heavily, trying to save Max from Vecna. I've heard that this episode is a standout episode of the season. Like this one and episode 7 so far are most people's favorites, so I'm expecting something big from this one. But other than that, I'm just super pumped to jump into it. Before we do that though, please consider leaving a like on the video. It means a ton to me and it helps my channel out a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of Stranger Things or any other show that I'm watching. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world as well. Also on Patreon, you can get the next episode's reaction slightly early as well. So if you're interested in that, consider supporting me. But otherwise, let's jump into Season 4, Episode 4 of Stranger Things.
I'm sorry, I guess I'm having trouble understanding any of this. I mean, what exactly is going on in Hawkins? What's doing these killings?
That's what we're trying to ascertain.
Where is Elle? Like, right now?
For her safety, it's best you don't.
Elle's in Nevada.
This is insane.
Insane in the membrane.
We're not the ones in danger. Our friends live in Hawkins. My family lives in Hawkins.
And I'll work to contain the situation until 11 is ready.
Yeah, what is Mike gonna do? Like, Mike has to go back to Hawkins at the end of the week.
We're friends of Owen's.
Who is Owen?
11 trusted us. Now we're asking the same from you.
I don't know who Owen is. Is Owen...
For you.
Owen's the doctor? I was gonna say from Elle. I have to become a superhero again.
They both were having headaches, bad headaches that just wouldn't go away, and then the nightmares.
Dang, so this is the first time she's opening up really about any of the stuff that's been going on with her. Like, she wouldn't even open up to the counselor about this. But since she's the next victim, she's gotta admit that these things were happening.
Chrissy's headaches started a week ago. Fred 6 days ago. I've been having them for 5 days. I don't know how long looks like I'm gonna die tomorrow.
No. We will protect you. I personally will protect you. Yeah, use that. Use the lamp. I just got a new lamp. I got a Darksaber lamp. Pretty stoked about it. Lucas.
It's me!
It's me! He's been sprinting here. He's so tired.
Sorry, guys. I was biking for 8 miles.
Biked 8 miles. That's a pretty hefty bike.
I've been with Jason, Patrick, and Andy, and they've gone like totally off the rails. They're trying to capture Eddie, and they think you know where he is. You're in terrible danger. All right, yeah, that definitely sucks.
Yeah, we got bigger issues. The love of your life is in danger, Lucas. I need Lucas and Max back together. For real, though. I think they're perfect together.
Hey there. Is Lucas home?
Negative.
Do you know where he is? We were supposed to go out.
Go out. I see he's taking a step down from Max.
Savage, Erica.
Do you know Dustin Henderson?
Know him? I've bled with him.
Gang.
Another week of this and he's buying me a goddamn Nintendo with Duck Hunt.
With Duck Hunt.
Can Vecna have existed back in the 50s? It doesn't make sense. As far as we know, 11 didn't create the Upside Down.
That's true.
The Upside Down has probably been around for thousands of years. Millions. I wouldn't be surprised if it predated the dinosaurs.
That's... Who knows?
Just pops out in the 50s, kills one family, he's like, I'm good. And poof, he just disappears.
It's just good.
Gone. Only to return 30 years later and start killing some random teens? No, I don't buy it.
Well, maybe 11 weakened the barrier between worlds, right? Thought we established that. He was locked away.
Thanks to Nancy's newspaper minions, we are now rock star psychology students at the University of Notre Dame. I'm now Ruth, and I'm Rose.
Ruth?
Bader Ginsburg.
Holy shit, there's a little ballerina in here.
Academic scholar. She's giving you an academic scholar vibe?
Yo. Steve and her are just two peas in a pod. Just like, they're almost the same person. That's why they're such good friends. And he's like, are you kidding me? She's giving you academic scholar vibes and I'm not.
All goes well. But tomorrow night you're home. Eating ensos with your sexy woman. She's not my woman. Of course not. She saves your life because of friendship.
Saves your life because of friendship. Yo, we need him and Nancy together. Ooh, call your friend. Where's Argyle?
Before the cops came, me and Elle, we had a bad fight. We never fight. I mean, we fought before, but just like silly fights, stupid fights. But maybe I should have said something. And if I would have said that thing, then maybe she'd want me there with her.
Yeah, the word love.
Surf's up. Surfer Boy Pizza, this is Argyle speaking. We make everything fresh here at Surfer Boy, except for our pineapple, which comes from a can. But I still highly recommend slapping some juicy pineapple on your pie.
I agree, Argyle. Is she writing letters to each of these people? Billy. Dear Billy, I assume. That's the title of the episode.
You can look at me now.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
For you?
She's writing letters to each of you in case she dies.
I'm sorry, what is this?
It's
It's her goodbyes.
it's a failsafe. Open the door.
No.
I know a good lawyer.
No, you don't. I mean, I think Steve should take you, but you're You're bluffing hard right now, Max. Robin can't walk in heels.
I can't breathe in this thing, and I'm itchy. I'm itching all over.
It's not all about comfort.
Also, this bra that you gave me is really pinching my boobs.
Okay, could you just...
That's because it's smaller than the one you probably would normally wear.
Our thesis is due next month.
And you're out of time. Whose fault is that?
My boobs hurt, and I'll tell you the truth, Anthony. May I call you Anthony? These aren't actually my clothes. I borrowed them because I wanted you to take us seriously. Because nobody takes girls seriously.
Little Petey McHugh, you know Petey, right, Ruth? Of course.
Yeah. Little Petey McHugh started sobbing right there on the spot, full on hyperventilating. And all the other campers, they couldn't sleep for weeks. Other kids, they wanted to be astronauts.
She's going hard right now.
But I wanted to be you. I wanted to be you. So forgive me if I'll now try anything in my power, including wearing this ridiculous outfit, if I might get the chance to see
Nancy's like, those are my clothes.
my passion and yes, we don't have the official paperwork. But don't tell me that crybaby Petey McHugh wouldn't have gotten an audience with Victor in a matter of moments if he'd asked politely, because you and I both know that he would.
God damn, Robin.
10 minutes we could do.
Pop off, Robin. Pop off. That's what's up.
I'm back in 30.
Yeah, Robin, let's go. Sometimes you just gotta act your friggin' heart out right there. An actor acting as if she's acting.
We're looking for Yuri?
Why?
I am Yuri.
You need to see Yuri.
It's actually,
It's a private matter.
And then, Byers got into plane
No way.
and pulled him out of cockpit and killed Yuri.
This is Yuri.
And you are... I got you! I got you good! Hey, I'm Yuri. I'm Yuri.
We been new. Yeah, that smell of fresh cash.
You two seem very nice, very trustworthy people, but so did my brother. Before he stole my wife!
Okay, Yuri.
Вот это. Не работает. Стой там!
About to get smoked. Clapped. I don't like that. Ayo, Enzo, we gonna need your help, buddy. Hopefully he doesn't shoot his gun and alert everybody. Ow. Oh no. I mean, he killed the guard. That's good, but... Ah, frick, brother. Pop off only on occasion, brother. Enzo's like, God damn. Oh, what the hell? That was such a big explosion. Man, if only he had socks or something. You're telling me none of those people hit him? Yeah! Yeah! Enzo's like, damn, son. That's what's up.
Max, so sweetie.
Nothing is going to happen, baby. Promise. Nothing you don't deserve.
She knows she's in it.
You think some letters are going to make things right?
That was longer than 20 seconds. Hey, whoa, are you all right?
I'm fine, just drive.
Did something happen?
Please just go.
Dang. I wonder if her talking to her mom at all was a hallucination.
We found that music has a particularly calming effect on the broken mind. The right song, particularly one which holds some personal meaning, can prove a salient stimulus. But there are those who are beyond the cure.
That, I feel like that's gonna come into play with Vecna.
Preferably, as she said, alone?
Might as well.
Yes. Why not? You've caught me in a rebellious mood.
He's just in a silly, goofy mood now. Ugh.
Must be in one of his moods. Have fun.
He's got pretty sharp fingernails.
My name is Nancy.
Okay, Freddy Krueger. Oh my God, is that Freddy Krueger? Is that what's frick? Robert Englund.
We have some questions.
I don't talk to reporters. Hatch knows that.
It is him. Dang. Oh. That is Robert Englund, though. Good old Freddy Krueger himself. Nice little touch having sharp fingernails there.
I have no idea what's gonna happen next.
But he needs his best friend there.
Whatever it is, I think we should work together. I think it'll be easier if we're a team. Friends. Best friends.
Cool. No, don't cry. Don't cry, Will. It's a sweet moment, but don't cry.
How's that?
Taking the painting.
Hello there.
Oh my God!
What the hell was that? Stay here!
What the fuck is happening? Argyle comes in, guns blazing.
Follow me!
God damn. This guy is calm as a cucumber. Not even taking cover behind anyone. Yo, Argyle, we need you. Ah, he got hit. He's gonna pull up with the pizza and they're like, go! Drive!
So not cool, man. Stop the car! What the hell is going on?
Go!
Oh my God, why is that guy on the gun? Oh yeah!
Get the fuck out of here, Argyle! Oh, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a shootout in the Byers household. You should bring him socks, just in case. He's hella cold.
I don't like him.
Hey, just in case, grab a cool 5,000 while he's not looking. Well, got in there. Looks like it's not currently in use as an actual church. Dang. This is where Yuri smuggles everything out of, eh? The Keep showing his feet. Yeah, eat some of that peanut butter, brother. You deserve it. First time eating American food in almost a year. And it's just peanut butter. Find a pair of jeans that's in your size. Put them on. Yuri, you rat bastard. A traitorous guard. No. This is no bueno. Yuri just effed this whole plan, dude.
Don't worry. You will be reunited with your American boyfriend very soon.
Murray's been trained for this. I don't know how, but he's been trained for this. Murray's got to be faking.
You know you can talk to me, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, then why do you keep pushing me away? Okay, look, I don't need a letter. I don't want a letter. Just talk to me. To your friends. We're right here. I'm right here. Okay?
I am still very much in hell.
Oh, this is the past.
There's no running. It's so big.
This is nice.
It's a creepy kid, though.
We had 1 month of peace in that house. And then it began.
Ooh. I bet it was the kid.
My family began to have encounters conjured by this demon.
And that's the clock right there.
Waiting.
That's messed up.
It took Virginia first.
Oh. I bet he thought he tried to get him out, but he was just standing at the door.
Thought German soldiers were inside. I ordered a shelling.
Okay, so he ordered a shelling of a building that had civilians inside. That's where his, yeah, that's where his nightmare came from.
I heard another voice. At first I believed it was an angel. Henry slipped into a coma shortly after that. A week later, he died.
That's no bueno. Did he cut his own eyes out? Oh.
I tried.
Oh.
Dear Billy, I don't know if you can even hear this. 2 years ago, I would have said that's ridiculous. Impossible. And the worst part is, I can't tell anyone why you're gone. I can't tell them that you saved Elle's life.
She's such a good actress.
That we could have become friends. Good friends, like a real brother and sister. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Billy. love your shitty little sister. Max.
Oh, poor Max. Cinematography right here is insane, and those clouds are moving so fast. Yeah, that makes sense. Convenient timing, right as she finishes that letter.
Time to giddy up, yeah? Max. 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 Max!
Oh no.
I've been waiting to hear those words, Max. Waiting.
Oh no, Billy.
Late at night, you have sometimes wished to follow me into death.
It is time, Max. Time for you.
Is that Claire de Lune? Ding, 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 ding. One of the best trailers of all time. Godzilla versus King of the Monsters has Claire de Lune playing. Yeah, take those shoes off. Cinderella! Don't intercut these comedic moments with Max's suffering right now, please. I need to feel one emotion. I can't feel both. She doesn't want to die. That grave says Myers, not Byers. I was concerned for a second. What is this?
What is this? Her song. What's her favorite song? Why? Robin said that if you listen, it's too much to explain right now. What's her favorite song?
Oh, this is the Creel house. It just looks weird in this nightmare realm. Oh, hey Chrissy. How's it going? Is Fred here too? I've heard this song on the internet. No. You're swearing. God dang it. Oh! She made it. Come on. And Luke is holding her.
I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here.
She's still here. She's still here. God dang it. Oh, that's the end of the episode. Oh. Frick. Oh, man. Oh, man, I don't know how they do it, but this show, I feel like this show in particular has a couple scenes here or there throughout the seasons that just emotionally hit you like a truck. I'm surprised they didn't use what's Heroes by Peter Gabriel. Like the Peter Gabriel cover of Heroes makes me cry every time, especially in this show. But man, it's just like so, the message they're sending, even just with this one episode, is so poignant of like dealing with grief and like, you know, being there for the, like talking to the people that are in your life and you know, opening up and letting them know what's going on, and like, you know, if you know, you need other people sometimes, and Max she's kind of been trying to do it alone this whole time, and she needed other people. You know, if Lucas didn't know what her favorite song was, if their connection wasn't so strong that he knew what her favorite song was, you know, it's totally clear she would have died. She wouldn't have been able to make it. And not only did they have to fight for her, she had to fight to stay here. I feel like this episode could be a subtle commentary, just a subtle commentary on like dealing with grief and sometimes your desire to disassociate and maybe take that final action, if you know what I mean. Could be a subtle thing there, because you do need the people in your life to fight for you, but at the same time you have to choose to still be here. And Max had kind of not, I mean, maybe she'd been going through the motions a little bit, but in the end she had to choose to be here. She had to go through that period of mourning and that period of grief, and then she had to open up about the things that she's been feeling, and then she had to choose to still be here. And I thought that was beautiful. That whole friggin' scene, oh, I was just crying like a dumb little baby. I'm getting emotional again just thinking about it. Like, oh my gosh, this was, again, I don't know how they do it, but Stranger Things somehow has a way of just emotionally hitting you like a truck sometimes. But so we learned, we had a couple eventful things. So we had the California thing going on, and then we had the Hawkins thing going on. I'll talk about the California thing because it's not as immediately prominent to this episode. So we had Will and Mike and Jonathan in California, and the government people are there to keep watch over them, essentially. Be like, hey, you have to stay here until Elle gets her powers back, because if you do anything to disrupt this process, it could screw everything up, which I get that to an extent, but like Mike has to go back to Hawkins. Like, he lives there. This is spring break. You can't just like take him out of school for months, have him like repeat the whole thing. I mean, I guess in the grand scale of like saving the universe, him repeating a grade, not that big of a deal, but like still. But they're like, oh, we can order pizza and Argyle will get us the hell out of here. We can fly back to Hawkins. It'll be great. And they open the door, and it's just the other side of the military, just guns blazing. Did not expect a shootout in the Byers household. Like, that's the farthest from what I expected to happen. And they just like, it was a legit firefight too. There was a bunch of people. That one government dude was cool as a cucumber after his friend got shot. You know, rip to that guy. He was a homie. But this dude was just cold as ice, taking out tons of people with a pistol. And then Argyle gets there and he's like, why does that guy have a gun? They're like, go! Get the hell out of here! And they get out of there. So we'll see what happens with them coming up. We have Nancy and Robin going to the insane asylum to talk to Mr. Creel, Victor Creel, played by Robert Englund. If you don't know who that is, he's the guy that he's Freddy Krueger. Like, at least I'm 99% sure that's the guy who plays Freddy Krueger. And so, like, it was a nice touch having him like claw at the table, because that's Freddy Krueger's got claw hands. That's just so cool that he plays Victor Creel. But they go to talk to him to figure out, like, how did you survive? And we get some backstory. And I guess my assumption was wrong. I totally thought it was his creepy little kid that was doing this stuff, but then I guess his kid died. So we still don't have full confirmation about, like, why the Vecna wanted him. You know, maybe he was just dealing with a lot of guilt over his actions from the war. So, like, he ordered a bombing of a building that had civilians in it, and, you know, maybe the guilt from that was just so severe that it triggered the Vecna. I could have sworn that kid was giving me creepy vibes, but I guess it wasn't him. It was the demon, and why the demon chose him, not sure. But then I still think the Vecna was what mutilated all the kids in episode 1, and then 11 sent it back. So maybe the Vecna, you know, after killing Creel's family, maybe the Vecna got sent back to the Upside Down somehow, and then through the experiments at Hawkins' lab was released again, and then 11 had to put it back, and then all this, like, transitive crossing back and forth has weakened the barrier enough that he can, like, come back again and continue killing. I don't know. Robin puts on a acting performance of a lifetime to be like, we just want to be respected. I want to be like you. But we get some important info about the music having, which I kind of called when they walked past those music people. I was like, that's gonna come into play, because they're like, music can touch parts of the brain of, like, dormant people. Like, I forgot the exact dialogue they used, but I was like, that feels like it connects. And it did. We get that music that has some sort of emotional connection, can trigger those parts of the brain, which I totally get, man. Like, if you're someone who doesn't listen to music, like my mom just never listens to music. She reads tons of books, so, like, she stimulates her mind that way. But, like, everywhere I drive, I have music on, or, like, an audiobook. But most of the time it's just music. I'm listening to music, like, emotionally stimulating music. I'm, like, crying half the time I'm in the car. And so, like, I totally get the understanding there. What else went down? Joyce and Murray go to Russia to pay off the 40 grand to Yuri, and Hopper escapes from prison. He escapes from the work camp and explodes a building, like a substantial explosion. But then freaking Yuri turns on everybody. He's like, I'm gonna just make cash from every side of this situation, which, you know, pop off, Yuri, young entrepreneur right there. But he screws all of our friends over, and, you know, now Enzo is captured, and Hopper's captured, and Joyce and Murray potentially will be captured, but Murray's a black belt, so I think he's gonna pull some shenanigans and help him out. Not quite sure. But then, another weirdly emotional moment was between Will and Mike, where Mike was like, yo, I'm sorry that you felt kind of thrust off to the side, which is kind of for real. Like, Will as a character, like, he was the main catalyst of season 1 of like rescuing him. That was the main thing. And then kind of since then, he's kind of been tossed to the side a little bit, which sucks. And even I didn't realize this, but I saw on Twitter today that so in episode 2, right? Yeah, episode 2, when those kids are bullying 11 on the video camera, it shows that the date is March 22nd, and I guess from season 1, there was a line where it was March 22nd, and Joyce is like, "What day is today?" And Will's like, "My birthday." So I guess it was Will's birthday that day, and no one remembered, and even the writers forgot. The writers came out and were like, "Yeah, that's our bad. We just forgot." So like, not only is all the characters in the show like forgetting about Will, even the writers are like, "Yeah, we kind of just forgot." And I don't know what the deal with that is. Maybe, I mean, I feel like at least in season 1, it's not like the actor is a bad actor, right? Like, I mean, maybe as a child actor, he was a pretty solid child actor, and maybe as he's gotten older, you know, maybe his skills as an actor haven't really progressed. I mean, for the most part, every single person they picked for their child cast grew up to be a rock star. So it totally could be a situation where like maybe, you know, he's not that good of an actor, and they've been masking it somehow, and you know, they don't want to write these substantial emotional parts for him in this show because they can't rely on him to, you know, carry home that acting performance. But I feel like that's not it. I feel like he's not a bad actor. Like, he's a good actor. So I don't know what the deal is with him kind of being tossed to the side over the last couple seasons. But I hope, I mean, maybe it was intentional that they're trying to develop these things so that next season maybe, or in the coming episodes, he gets that comeback, and it kind of goes back to the roots of it being about him and Mike and 11 mainly. We're not sure. But that was a kind of touching moment. And right after that, when they were about to leave, he grabbed that painting, and he brought that painting to the airport as well. And I think he was going to give it to Mike, and I feel like it's furthering my own personal theory that I think Will is gay, or at least bi, and he likes Mike, and he painted something for him because he brought it to the airport to give it to him, and then this whole awkward situation happened, and he didn't pick it up again until him and Mike kind of made up, in a sense. So I'm leaning towards the Will has feelings for Mike story. I think that's what is happening. But then, yeah, the main focus of this episode was Max. You know, since the death of Billy, she's really been trying to do all these, you know, handle all these emotions herself, right? Like, her mom is working 2 jobs, so she can't really rely on her mother too much to be that emotional support system, which, you know, no shade to her mom. Her mom's doing the best she can to keep them both alive. But that kind of leaves Max a little bit on the wayside of emotional support, and she has all her friends, but like, she for some reason feels as though she can't open up to them, or maybe it hurts too much to reopen those feelings, right? Because none of the rest of them had someone die. She's the only one. Like, they've all gone through it multiple times, right? So it almost, in a sense, feels like just another time, right? Like when they were talking to Eddie in the little cabin thing, when they're like, "Oh yeah, we've been through this once or twice." Like, they were so chill about it. Like, their recovery of all these situations, their post-situation recovery, is probably a lot smoother than hers. And so she probably feels as though I can't really talk to them about the fact that, like, I'm struggling real hard. especially because the feelings around it are somewhat complicated, because Billy was kind of a villain to a certain extent. Like, he wasn't the perfect person. So none of those other people are going to feel the exact same feelings as she felt. And she just she's been pushing people away the whole season. She broke up with Lucas because, you know, he was trying to be there for her, and she didn't want anyone there for her, so she pushed him away. And she, you know, she had to open up for the first time, like the first time she's told anyone any of this stuff. Like, she hasn't even been telling the counselor these things, and she had to tell them that she's been going through all these things. She's been like, I've been having nightmares, headaches, trouble sleeping, all that jazz. And she's only telling them because she has to explain to them, I'm gonna die next. And then, you know, she's writing them letters, like goodbye letters. And the parts that hit me the hardest were with Lucas, because he's like, I don't want your freaking letter. Like, I'm right here. Just talk to me. And she can't. Like, and to a certain extent, I get that. It's like, sometimes saying these things or talking to someone is the hardest part. That's why music can often play such an integral part. Like, so often, you know, writing a song or like listening to a song, the words in that song can say things better than you ever could. And sometimes writing a letter, you can say things in a letter that you might not be able to say out loud. And it's just like, but I feel for Lucas so much, because he's this whole time he's been trying to be there for her, and he's been like, yo, I know something is wrong, please talk to me. And she just can't. But then, you know, and even the Vecna, I mean, for the most part in that little dream sequence, he's lying to her, you know, making stuff up. But I feel like little parts of it here and there were true. Like when he's like, you know, sometimes at night you wish that you could follow Billy. Like, there's moments at night where Max probably wishes that it either had been her instead, or that it had been her also, right? Because she, you know, dealing with that kind of pain is not a fun time. And she goes and she is fighting against the Vecna in the Creel house. So I don't know. It could be that kid, that creepy little kid. Because the Creel house is like its home base. But I don't know. But yeah, they put on her favorite song, and that little scene of her sprinting back up that hill, the song, running up the hill, back to her friends, like actively, not just choosing to be there, but running towards life, is just so emotionally beautiful and impactful. And when she comes back, Lucas is holding her, and she's holding Lucas back, and he's like, I thought I lost you. And she's like, I'm here. I'm still here. I think this will be a turning point for her. Hopefully. Hopefully this means she beat the Vecna. Like she won't be targeted anymore. Cause I feel like Vecna's gonna be like, all right, well, my tactics didn't work on this kid. Might as well try the next one. He's still got that basketball player that he could try and kill. He's got options. But man, this episode was just so good. Like over the last couple of seasons, honestly, Max and Lucas have been my two favorite characters, and their dynamic together I've loved so much. Sadie Sink is, honestly, she's incredible. Like, oh my god, she's fantastic. Like, dude, Sadie Sink, what's up, girl? How you doing? you trying to come to Minnesota real quick, hang out? She's just, oh my god, she crushes it. She was fantastic in Fear Street trilogy as well. So if you're new to the channel, the Fear Street movies that came out like last year during, I think it was during the summer, or could have been towards Halloween time. I watched all three of those, and she was a star in that. She crushed it in that. I feel like she crushes it in everything. She crushed it in the Taylor Swift All Too Well video. Like, she's just incredible, and I can't wait to just see her, you know, rock star career just continue to blossom. Man, I don't know. what is the next episode called? The Nina Project. Owens takes Elle to Nevada, where she's forced to confront her past, while the Hawkins kids comb a crumbling house for clues. Vecna claims another victim. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think those are all my thoughts about this episode, though. Definitely let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. That means a ton to me and helps my channel out a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself come back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of Stranger Things. Got a couple episodes left of this first part, and then part 2 is like 2 movies essentially, so that's going to be exciting. So stick around if you want to see me react to those. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, I post all those in watch along format, so you sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. I post all those over on Patreon. On Patreon you can also get next episode's reaction like a day early, or maybe more depending on how busy I am, but you'll get it slightly early on Patreon. So if you're interested in that, consider checking that out as well. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.